Hey, hi. So today I am going to explain about the program uh, related to thread in sequence, right? How we can um how we can execute the two thread or multiple thread in the specific sequence. And usually in the interview, there is a many variety of the questions is asked based on this sequence of the thread description only. So just I'm taking the two examples, two question example. One is like I will explain ki there will be the two threads, even thread and odd threads, and even threads have the responsibility to print the even number only, and odd threads T2 it will be the print the odd thread only. So, but our output it will be the 1, 2, 3, 4 like this in the sequence. So how we can do and like that whatever the number we want. This is the one. So let me explain the first how we can do. So see here is a problem. Problem is that how we basically execute the two multiple threads. Suppose that this is the one thread T1. T1 have the responsibility, and this is the T2 thread, right? So T2 also performing some execution. So after the execution of this, there should have the basically order is like that. First T1 will be executed, then after that T2, then T1, then T2. So how the intercommunication between the two threads can be happens. Okay, so that is the thing. And what is the serial resources here? Here is the like any number we can take. This number, this will be serial between T1 and T2 basically, and this T1 is nothing but it will be increased one. First it can be increased by the this thread, and then it will be increased by this thread basically. Okay, so thing is that once the T1 is it will be executed, then they have to pass the signals. They have to pass the signals to the T1, and when the T2 it will be executed, then they have to pass the signal to the T1s. So first thing is that how they can notify, and condition is that since one is the even and second is the odd, this is the odd and this is the evens. So condition is that whenever this seriable number is the even numbers, then in the even numbers, if this T2 it will be found that this number is the even numbers, then they have to wait. And in the same case, if T2 is going to acquire the share resource, and in that case if this number is the odd, then they have to wait and pass to the notify to the T1. So like that notification will be happen between the T1 and T2. And base condition is again base condition, since this is the shareable resource, and based on this shareable resource value, base condition it we will form. So let the execute this with the try run and all the things. We will do it. So let's come at the running code. So like here with like I explained that just I created one class inside that like a counter seriable resource. This is the seriable resource between two threads basically, and here the maximum up to 19 I want to print 1 2 3 4 like this. And I created the print odd like I said. Whenever I have to print the odd, then it's nothing but it kind of infinite loop up to this number 19th. Okay, so whatever the number you want, you can initialize those, but for me actually I keeping the 19. And then after that here the waiting condition I kept that counter percentage of 2 double equal to 0. It means that since this is the odd, its responsibility to print the odd numbers. If any moment if they found that this counter equal to even, then I am keeping in the wait these threads. And if this condition it will be not the true, then definitely it will become here, and it print the counter, and then it will be notified to the different threads. Okay, so here is the main condition is that key, if it is the even, then it have to wait, otherwise it print the value for the odd. Similarly, this is also the infinite loop. Infinite loop, it means that at the same time T1 and T2 both it will be executed, and it will be done in the infinite loop. Once the counter value it will be reached there, then both it will be terminated basically. Second, like T2 means print the event. Since this responsibility is the print the even numbers, so I comparing that, if this shareable resource found that its value equal to 1, then we have to wait, otherwise we have to print it and increment the value. Perfect right now. I hope so you understand. So these are the two. For the testing purpose, what I done, I just create the two threads, and after the creation of two threads, nothing but I pass the runnable interface. Basically, here is nothing but just I passing the runnable interface, means where the in the run method, whatever the print even it will be there, it will go, and print odd, it means that in the run times this odd thread run method logic will be belong to this odd. Okay, so let it execute. Very simple. So if you will see here, like I have started both the threads and we got in sequence 1 2 3 4 up to 19th. Since after the 19th I am skipping the this one. Okay, so this is the conditions where just I want to explain. So second variety, what is the second variety? So second variety of the question is again the same, like how you can print this different thread in the sequence basically. So like a second variety, again just I will explain again. Like example, as we have the many thread. Okay, so many thread means that there will be the three category of the threads. One is the thread which belong to the increment the shareable resource T1. T1 is the one of the category of the threads which will increment the shareable resource, means count value, and T2 is it will be the decrement the count value, and T3 it will be print the thread basically. So n number of T1 we can create category, and T2 also n number of thread we can create, and T3, but output should be in the 0 1 2 3 4 and up to 5. Once it will be reached, then it have to call the decrement. So here see, this is the T1, right, means basically it will be execute, and respectively print a statement it will be happens, and once the it reach the this value, then it have to decrement. Okay, so how we can increment? In the above questions only the two thread was involved. In the below question there will be three category of the threads, but this category it might be the n number of. Okay, but we need the sequencing in such a way. Okay, so let's see how we can do. So here nothing but printing sequence. So if you will see here, let's explain. So here first come here again, this is the count will be the shareable resource between different threads basically, and count might be initialized with the 0 here because 0 1 2 3 we want. So it might be the volatile, so it will be always in memory. So every thread it will be called through this volatile memory, and they will print the value. And second thing is that since there is a print statement, right? Print is actually it is printing, then should print it will be the one of the boolean value which will be the variables, and it might be the in the beginning it will be the true or false, t or f, it might be. Okay, so true or false, it can be possible, this value. So and second is the is increasing. Suppose that is increasing, what it will do, is increasing is nothing but increment the value, and its value also it might be the true and false. So first time when the up to maximum thread, like I explained that 5 is the maximum value, and then after that it have to call to the decrement thread. So up to increment, up to maximum max threshold, always the T1 category of the thread it will be called, and it will be print the value. And after that, decrement thread category of the thread it will be called, and they print the value. So like that. So here is nothing but in this data section, this all it will be the variable is there. So what will be the like category of the like method? This data structure basically it should have support like increment operations. So ins here just I am keeping one of the method it requires. Decrement will have the responsibility to decrement the data and the print. Okay, and since this is the thread related, so it means that some locking concept is always required. So whenever we are going to increment, then we apply the lock and we'll check the condition. It means that is this increment is true and false. If it is a true, then value it will be going to increase, and then will pass to the print thread basically. Always got it right here. Similarly, decrement thread is here. Decrement thread will have the responsibility. Again, it will check that is increasing equal to false, and decrement the value, means counter this value, we will decrement it, and then after that we'll pass to the print statement. Okay, so print thread it will be called, and then it will print the value. Okay, so just same things, just whatever I explained I wrote into the this coding. So here like I said key counter is the nothing but this value should print equal to, initially I kept the both the volatiles, and I kept as a true since value is initialized with 0, so increasing it. Now here if you will see like since this is the should be the thread shape, so one lock I applied, and before this condition is given we apply the lock and checking that should print equal to false and is increasing equal to true, then val equal to val plus 1. If it reaches the threshold, then this is increasing equal to false and should print. And here this condition it means that we are notifying, basically we are keeping the true, and then after that we will notify to the print statement, this print statement. Okay, similarly in the decrement, again I applying the lock, checking the conditions, print value should be the false, should print, is increasing also false, then we are deducting. If it is reached to 0 up to 0, then again it is increasing equal to true and passing the communication to the print thread, basically print category of threads. So these are the three methods, and these three methods how during the thread creations how we can pass like this. Then like I said this is the shareable resource, since these all are the variables it attached with this class. So I created the instance of this class here, and this instance is nothing but shareable to the every resource t1, t2, t3, t4. So t1 and t2 here, if you will see there this all is nothing but the enable thread implementation, right? We pass the enable implementation here. So here is nothing but it's a infinite loop, and in infinite loop basically I adding p dot increment. It means that it execute increment operation, basically these two threads. Similarly here t3, it's a print statement, T4 and T5 is a decrement operation, and just I started the threads. Now if you will see the output, so here the output, if you will see this is the infinite loop. So but if you will see, just let me stop it. So if you will see here, the output, if you will see 0 1 2 3 4, then 4 3 2 1, then again it's a 0 decremented, and then again it is incrementing. So it means that all these three category of the threads, it will be executing in some sequence and some order, right? So yeah, so for this video, yeah, so I hope so you got it. Thank you.